Hi gorgeous, this is episode 116. You are listening to Heart Sells Podcast with Christine Schlonski, your host. I'm super pumped you're here for the next Variety Friday. So the topic of the whole month of August is rejection. This topic was inspired by Leo Quinn, who will be back on the show next Friday, so make sure you tune in. Leo Quinn is on a mission to have a summer of 1,000 no's. When I had a catch up with him last time, he was already at over 700 rejections that he had received so far. So I can't wait to hear the rest of his story, and that will be for the next Variety Friday. So today I just want to make sure that we talked about the rejection, we talked about not picking up the phone, about something I call sales depression. We talked about rejection, what to do when you get them, how you can shift that around. And we also talked about what not to do, because you will make sure that you get rejected 99.9% of the time. So today I just want to inspire you by shifting rejection into a different light. So just imagine that you have these. Well, you probably don't even need to imagine. You probably don't feel really super confident in just picking up the phone and calling a person. And I totally get that. And I hear you and I feel you. And I can let you know I have been there. And you know what? Sometimes I have those moments where I do feel like I have not done any progress over the years, where I am nervous, where I am, reluctant in dialing the number, where I think I'm not well prepared, or whatever comes up, right? So sometimes we just are not in the state. We just don't feel like it. So when you are in this place, I just would love to remind you that whatever you do in this beautiful world, it has value. Your message is important. And, sometimes you might feel it is not. Sometimes you might ask yourself, well, who is going to listen to me? And whatever you do, it is an important piece. And there are so many different wonderful, jobs or tasks. Raising a child is one. Doing a transcript for this wonderful podcast is one. Doing social media work so that, more countries are listening in, more people are listening in. That's another beautiful task. And it is important, even though it might seem tiny because the person has not created the podcast. Without their support, this would not be happening. So thank you so much for all the support. And I'm just going to take the moment to thank my team for being such an amazing team and helping me to get my message out. But sometimes we might all feel that, it's not really not enough people are listening, your message is not heard, whatever it is. And then we get a little bit quiet. And by quieting ourselves down is actually that we are doing the world a disservice. Because that one person that needs to hear your message might be out there the next day, the day when you already have given up. When you already stop talking about your message, which is so important that you don't stop to talk about your message, right? Everything you do in this world is worth something. Everything you do in this world is important for somebody, right? It can be that you take care of your parents. It can be that you do the dishes. It can be that you save the world. It can be that you are the head of a country. It can be that, you are the principal of a school or you are running a big company. It doesn't really matter. Each and every task has its importance. And it is really important that you see this piece, because when you feel like you don't want to talk to anybody about what you do, that's probably the moment when you really need to step up, when you need to understand how important it is what you do, even though it seems tiny. It seems tiny from your point of view. So for me, it took me quite a long time to understand that whatever I say is really valuable to other people. I just need to tell it to the right people, to the people that need to hear it. And, the strategies I am putting out there, what I just support people with, make them a lot of money. And sometimes I really need to remind myself that with everything I do, I support other people in their businesses. I support other people to live the lifestyle they want to live, to have a business they love, to create their life how they want to live it. And we forget that when we are a little too focused on ourselves, when we are a little too focused on the fear that's right in front of us. So today I want to invite you to see the fear, to acknowledge the fear, and then to do it anyway, which there's a title of a beautiful book called Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. So you just want to push through that because what you have to offer is important and your message counts. It's just our little gremlins in our head that tell us that it's not worth something or that we shouldn't take ourselves so important, which it always is a question of perspective, right? Your message might save somebody's life. So that message is important. Do you know that your message will save a life? Well, maybe not, but maybe you came at the right time. Maybe you were there at the right time, in the right place, and you said the right thing, and the right person listened to you. And that is the same with sales. A person in need needs to hear your message. So my invitation today is that even though you feel the fear of rejection, you do it anyway. Even though you might have this little weird stomach-turning feeling that wants to hold you back from reaching out, you do it anyway. And you do it in a way from your heart. Don't do it in a way from your head. Don't put the strategy first. Put your heart first, because with your heart, you will connect. And once you connect it and you know the person really needs what you have to offer, then you make that invitation. So I really, really want to point out that this is a very important thing to do, that you do take yourself seriously, that you do make sure that your message is heard, because people need you. And don't take it lightly, because it's not you judging, it is the other person judging. And for example, when I read shout-outs like from John, who writes, well, his takeaway from the last Variety Friday, dealing with rejection, he learned that don't be attached to the outcome. No means not now. Opportunity to find out more and grow. Make it a fun conversation. Ask why it isn't a fit. Don't lose energy. Ask deeper level questions. Never close the door. Have fun with rejections, and also take a deep breath. This is just so much fun for me to read it, because there was a person who learned something. And I'm quite sure when you're tuning in, you will take one golden nugget away. Something that I have learned, something that I could have given you on that particular day that makes your day a better day. So let's move out into the world. Let's make Heart Sells a global movement where we all connect on a level from our hearts, and where we make business, and where we have fun, and where we just enjoy life and its beauty. Thank you so much for tuning in, and have a wonderful day wherever you are in this beautiful world. And I'm saying bye for now.